Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition. Greg, are we entering our third year here? Is this
You know what I've been asked. At least our fourth year.
really?
Yeah, yeah,
Really? All right, I got to go back and do the math. But
yeah,
uh,
yeah. Listen,
hello
yeah,
again, everybody. Welcome to the 80/60 rule for 2025, our first one of 2025. We've been doing this a long time. A couple of guys who know each other, and we just thought it'd be interesting way back when, a long time ago,
right.
to get together and have our 80/60 views and see how that goes. And now everybody else in the world is doing the same thing. But that's all right, Greg. This is our year.
Yeah. Well, we just do what we can, right? Right.
Right.
Um, well, hello, everyone. Happy New Year to you. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you enjoyed your. I don't know if you ate. I ate a lot. I gained a couple pounds. I watched that. So let's start with some comments I'd like to make. Okay.
Okay.
Jimmy Carter,
Oh,
at the age of 100, passed away. It gets me to with a hospice. How it, I've had some people in the hospice. It's like within 3 days they're going to go, but he was like a year or so, wasn't he?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And you know what? It's so long. I guess that's a tribute to just how Jimmy was put together, I guess.
yeah, yeah,
Uh, is because about halfway through that, I remember Googling and going like, "Is Jimmy Carter still alive?" I
yeah, yeah.
Googled,
I
and then
do
it
that
came,
with periodic with different people. Are they still around?
yeah, right. And then I read, the hospice thing again. I went, all right, well, maybe my idea of hospice has been wrong all these years, even though I had to deal with it years ago with my mother. I was thinking like, is there something I'm missing? And I read it just means, and I think I'm getting this right, that they just no longer do anything to prolong long life. They just
Right,
maintain.
right.
So, like I said, it's just a tribute to President Carter there that he was, uh,
One
you
never
know,
knows. Huh? One never knows.
right,
Huh?
right.
He was a good humanitarian. I questioned some of his what he did, but I'll let it go at that. And
Yeah, I mean, his politics, he wasn't reelected, right? He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
reelected. And so he was president from, was it 76 to 80?
I
Yeah,
can't remember. Yeah, 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 yeah.
no, because Gerald Ford was before that. So anyway, oh, but Gerald Ford only finished a term. So I think it was 76 to 80. So, but as far as his life his post presidential
Yeah, yeah,
career, it's pretty much unmatched in American history as to the good that he did for as
yeah,
long as he did.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I got to ask you this question. I know of a person who's a friend of mine who happens to be a female, and she says she gets the impression that a woman don't want to vote for another woman for president,
Women don't want to vote for women.
for a woman president.
Okay. Can I ask what age group this person is that you just mentioned?
In her 50s.
In her 50s. I can so see that, but I can't see that in younger than like 40. Old
Okay.
people, I'm just going to use, there's somebody that I know who's older than in their 50s, somebody that I know who's um uh, there was a baseball game on and there was a female announcer, which many professional sport have crossed into where you don't even
Yeah.
notice, which is great.
Yeah.
And then she was hell bent on saying this is terrible. Baseball should be announced by men. And I'm kind of like going like, what are you talking about? What does it matter? My point is that age group just wants things the way they've always been.
Yeah.
So people younger are going to accept a female president once people kind of progress past that. Like the 50-year-olds, the 40-year-olds become 50-year-olds, become 60-year-olds. Then you'll get a female
I have
president.
no problem with it. Here's where I have not I have a problem, but I don't understand. We got the NFL, we got the NBA, and why there's no female umpire in baseball,
In the major leagues,
the major leagues.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's collegiate and minor league female umpires. So I think what they need to do for the sake of just because we're in such a goofy society, they've got to introduce like maybe 5 or 6 in a season who are in some sort of rotation with the males equally as the males. So then people don't scrutinize that person unfairly. If there's only one, they're going to get all that attention. So there's got to be a big influx. So then it's no longer this. Hey, did you see what so and so did last night?
Yeah.
Meaning, it's going to be the learning curve will be spread out for
Yeah.
the misogynistic people out there. I mean,
Let's,
because go
let's,
ahead, go ahead.
let's talk about some things I've seen in the newspaper, and I think it would be interesting to you. Okay,
All right.
to us, to the pistachios, which I love pistachios, originate in the Middle East, and although it's it's a popular flavor in Italy, and Sicilian pistachios are highly prized. Italy is in one of the nuts top growers. Iran, Turkey, and the U.S. all produce more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would think that Greece would be in there. Greece isn't in
I
there?
thought that no, it's not. No. Greece,
Okay.
no. Isn't that something?
That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool.
It would be something like who has peanuts, who does almonds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's why California is such an amazing place. Or the West Coast. Like, well, no, let's just go California if we're going states. You could California is like incredible when you think about our grapes and our lettuce and
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
and then stuff like this, nuts, wines,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Citrus, it's
Yeah. Yeah.
amazing.
Like another one here is this is interesting to me. The facts, the real what happened in 2020, the U.S. admitted about 11,000 refugees, a record low. In the fiscal year that ended September of this year, 100,000 refugees. What strain does that put on the cities and the towns?
Yeah, but that's the war in
Yeah,
Ukraine.
yeah, yeah.
So, we've always been that country. So, um, that's I see that as a good thing. That means there's people who are finding a safe place to live, and one way or another going to be what do you call it, ingratiated into the
You're right.
community. So it's a burden, but when you've got the war over there, you got to hightail it out of there. And that's what's cool when you've got a world and then you've got an outlier like Russia. It'd be nice if everyone took some of those refugees, then nobody would be feeling the burden because it wouldn't be
Yeah,
planted,
yeah,
to the U.S. If everybody was able to be in this program, which I'm
exactly.
sure exists, and that's the importance of having allies and the world getting along.
Exactly. Well, now this one here, I want to say to you, it doesn't pertain to you. It pertains to me, but not to you. Nearly 90% of seniors, that's like you, reported taking a prescription drug last year, and almost 60% took 4 or more. I take 6.
All right,
So
you're in the top. You're in the top percentile.
I'm in the final. Yeah, they're all in a row. They're all in a row.
Yeah,
Boy, it's hard to try and cut a pill in half. Oh,
yeah,
when
right.
you,
It's like I wonder how many half pills you have on your kitchen floor just sitting down there because you
yeah. Well, you can't find it. It's
can't find it. It's gone forever.
and then they changed this. The other thing I couldn't believe, I got an antibiotic the other day. Take a guess how much I paid for it.
Well, I don't know because it depends on your insurance.
89 cents.
Yeah, see, I would have thought that. That's that's like dollar store stuff there.
I want to say keep it for a minute, like 89, 89 cents.
Dollar General antibiotic. The Dollar General amoxicillin. Okay.
Yeah. Now, what do you think about this, Mark? How some things have changed? Um, customers paid nearly $1,400 for the 2010 edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica, which was the last one to run in print. It consists of 32 volumes and weighed 129 pounds. If you ask somebody who's 30 years old, they say, "What are you talking about?" We don't have a thesaurus anymore. I remember that.
No, you don't need one. It's just in the drop-down menu there. You just go, let me find a different word for that. You don't even need that because you've got AI now that you just say, hey, write it in this style or whatever. So,
it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Right. Innovation is an amazing thing, man. It's so cool to look at like 15-year increments and go, what's important right now is not even going to be around later. We can do that. You do that through the whole span of time. It's just, it's the way it works. But it's kind of cool, when you think about what's going to happen in the future, right?
It's like, where's my mail going to be in years to come?
Non-existent. You will not be getting an envelope.
It's just interesting, and the way the post office, you don't know if you're getting it at 1 o'clock now or 8 o'clock at night.
Right, or Monday or Friday.
Yeah. The olive oil.
Olive oil, okay.
The United States consumes more olive oil than any other country except Italy, but produces very little. About 97% of the olive oil sold in America imported most from Spain and Italy.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be worldwide, right? From any country.
Yeah. I got olive oil with every food. I got olive oil.
Yeah.
Olive oil and oregano.
Yeah.
Partially.
With olive oil and Romano cheese.
Yeah. Let me see here. So it's an interesting comment. Let's talk about some sports, can we, Mark?
Yeah.
Our hats are off. Our hats are off to Ricky Henderson. I can't believe this. 130 stolen bases in 1982.
Yeah.
130.
Yeah. And a lot of them were second and then third, like immediately. Yeah. Hey, earlier you were going to say something about what offensive linemen get.
You like it? We're right into it. Thank you, Mark. The line. It's a tradition that linemen get a gift from the quarterback or and Joe Burrow, his gift was a Japanese sword.
All right, for each team. I say, you know what? I got to be honest. I'd go like, oh, thank you, and I go, what the hell am I going to do with this thing? Unless it's worth like $1 million, then okay. But give me something I can use. Sword.
But everybody has different tastes. Then what did the Eagles do? They say Hurst and Barkley got together and they got everybody a golf cart with their name on it and their number on it,
like a personalized golf cart. I see. That's what I mean. I think that's great. I see that is such a cool idea. Yeah.
If you're not into golf, like, what do I want this for?
Well, yeah, but most of them are. And also, if you're not into golf, it's cool to have in your driveway. I
don't know. Well, that's why you're 60 and I'm 80.
Well, let me tell you, if you got to look at these things, we're not talking about Park District golf carts. They got these things pimped out, as they say, Greg. Yeah. So I'm sure these things are like totally personalized, a unique thing. And these guys are all members somewhere. So, they're going to park that thing and be out on that thing. That's cool.
I never played golf, but I wanted to be a caddy. I had hard trouble carrying the golf course. So I said, stay out of that,
I could see
people were being caddies,
I couldn't see you being a caddy because a caddy, they have to whisper and not talk. I couldn't see you being quiet around the green.
I'll say one more thing. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? We hope you have a joyous year and with health and happiness. Take care of yourselves.
Exactly what he said. Thank you very much.